They can't stop this lot. Crap, crap, crap. Look at them. Bob, pipette.
Pipette?
Perspective. He's got to understand that life is not all clever chat from men in Armani's what smell like women. Life is also sucking up fish shit. Ron's the worst.
Ron?
Big Ron.
Don't tell me Ron is in Cray.
Ron is in Atkinson, fat and shiny. Him and Michael, they're the worst.
Michael?
Fish.
Scatology. When will boys ever get tired of it?
When bears stop going into the woods.
Way above us, Bob.
Scat what?
When you hear a word ending in ology, close down, be deaf, you won't get it. I'm the only ology you need to worry about in your life. Suck shit, good boy.
Don't you ever stop long enough to start. Get your car out of that gear.
My name's Laura. I'm a mule from Bogota. I swallow 9 condoms with a high-grade coke, and guess what? What? It takes 16 hours. God. 16 long hours on a magic toilet at Leeds Bradford Airport, waiting for the glow-in-the-darks to start dropping.
That's
colossal bowel control.
4 briefs, 4 greens. P's and D's, first up 10 o'clock. Stop looking at my breasts.
Who are they for?
Billy, Rose, Wendy. And Mr. Hay.
Which for which?
Doesn't matter. Mix and match.
12-hour flight plus 1 hour Heathrow to here.
Plus 16 on the loo.
29 hours without a crap.
She's a coke tummy, no crapping, Bogota dwelling. Record breaker! Thomas, what are you doing?
Gravitas.
Right.
The older the wig, the more you have. My wig's too white. It lessens me. Therefore, I'm making it very yellow, very old.
Tom,
Yes, Billy.
underpants are showing.
They are very yellow and very old. Why is Laura the Mule picked up in Leeds?
Hello, darling. They put a tail on her at Heathrow. She flies to Leeds Bradford, meets the co-defendant, man called Friday. Wallop, 2 for the price of 1.
Who's representing the Cody?
Me.
Excellent.
Great.
All seems a bit cutthroat to me. Is the Mule a mule, or is he something much more? Is the Cody at the airport just a low-level runner, or is he something much bigger? Who doesn't wear the trousers? Have fun. I'm going to open up a book. Bets on which of the two of you gets the lighter sentence. Right. 500 quid on Billy and Johnny Boy, 2 to 1. £1.50 on Rose from Wendy at Evans.
I'll drop the car and get a cab.
That is a bit cheapskate, really.
Can I ask you something?
I love it when people say that.
What do you think about my chances?
You're the lawyer. You got Wendy D'Souza representing you. Wilson's a wanker. You'll win.
I hit him, the whole Robin room saw it.
He asked for it.
Justification isn't an offence.
All right, I'll get you the right judge, OK?
And who would be the judge in an ideal world?
Well, I think you know the answer to that one, miss. I'm surprised you had to ask.
Judge Martin.
Drink. No defence is OK. We've just got to hold our nerve and take it right to the wire, because the nearer we get to trial, the more Wilson has to think about being exposed as a racist in court. He'll crack.
You think so?
He can destroy your career. But if he does, he'll cripple his own. We're relying on his cowardice, Billy. Believe me.
The drugs case.
Yes?
Billy
Yes.
and Rose,
Yes.
and not me.
And not you.
Because?
Because I'm the busiest solicitor in Leeds, and unless you think you can be in 8 different courts at the same time on any given day, then I need more than 1 brief in my life. And, Laura Gomez is a woman.
Are you suggesting that I'm not the ideal brief for women clients, dearest Stevie?
You're not the ideal brief for women clients, dearest Alex.
I find that deeply offensive.
How much of your life do you spend with your tongue in your cheek?
About as much time as I spend with your tongue in my cheek.
You're a boy's brief at the end of the day.
Yeah, right. That's his shack.
OK, boys and girls. 4 briefs, 4 big crims. Eyes closed, eyes closed. Wait for it. Get me a drink, Billy. Go!
Jimmy.
Jay.
Alan.
If mine's called Donny, then we're representing the Osmonds. Marie!
Yes!
Joke! Frank! Big Frank Green.
They're all greens, they're all big. Enjoy.
Tom,
Alex?
If you like, I was thinking, maybe, if you want, I could be your long-haired lover from Liverpool.
And I'll be your sunshine lady from LA.
Not me then, Peter. I'm the odd one out. I'm going for a crap.
Well, thanks very much for telling us that, sir.
Not him then, Peter.
It's only a pleasing directions here, and it's not the trial. Doesn't matter who covers it.
But whoever does them P&Ds has a big foot in the door of the trial brief, Peter. And if Billy was the paranoid type, he might think that you're keeping him away from R versus the Green Brothers in case R versus Billy goes the wrong way and ends his career.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Go on, Peter. A nervous smile. A lick of the lips. Glance away. Look down. You know you want to. Ooh. You'd be so good in the witness box.
Why?
You lie without symptoms. You're unique.
Rose,
Yes?
I really appreciate your refreshingly honest approach in your dealings with me.
Triple espresso, 4 sugars. Vital, is it?
Vital.
3 big shots and hit the ground humming. Caffeine and good cross-examination. Like foreplay and sex. What else is vital, Billy? It's a good barrister. A senior clerk who treats you as number 1, that's what. You come and work for me, and my boy Wilson won't be pressing charges. And I'll give you such good work, you can start the day with half a cup of puffy tea and a grapefruit segment. And still be humming at close of play.
Harold Fleck, do you plead guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty.
Stuart Fleck, do you plead guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty.
Tonight I don't know what to do. What? Shall I invite Helen?
Darren Fleck, do you plead guilty or not
She's
guilty?
But the great and gorgeous brief provider might not like it.
Personal versus professional. I could handle this all if Billy wasn't so wired at the moment.
Wired? Who?
Was there something, Mr. Hay?
I was just telling my learned friend how much of a pleasure it is to appear in front of Your Honour. And I'm sure that goes for all of us from my chambers.
Thank you, Mr. Hay. Your oiliness is so unexpected. So, not guilty's all round. Should be quite a party with so much talent about.
Talking of oiliness, here comes the whole of OPEC again.
May it please, Your Honour, there is one issue I wanted to raise. It is rather delicate.
I'm good at delicate. Spit it out, Mr. Wilson.
It concerns counsel for J. Green. Wendy D'Souza, she shouldn't be here.
Because?
It's come to my notice that this fight with which we're all concerned may have been witnessed, at least in part, by Miss D'Souza.
I think as fellow members of the bar, Mr. Wilson, we can assume that she would have told us if she had, don't you? I don't ask rhetorical questions, Mr. Wilson.
I'm sure Your Honour is right.
Right, 50 quid each. Whoever gets the most lyrics from The Sound of Music into the trial wins the lot.
So, how's life at the old place?
Much happier without you lot, and a lot less interesting.
You could have come with us, you know.
Half my life is prosecuting. I don't think I'd have fitted in culturally.
Maybe not.
I was very good at that, of course.
You were very good in there.
Did I say anything?
Nothing at all.
It's all about gravitas. I didn't speak, but I was a massive present.
But tonight, Thomas.
Tonight?
You'd have no problem about Helen coming along.
No, absolutely. Not a problem.
We could,
Yes, we could.
that would be...
That would be.
Bye then.
So long. Farewell. Auf Wiedersehen. Goodbye.
Bye. Bye.
I'm not looking forward to tonight.
Why not?
For your family. Barristers at play.
She's not going to come then?
Oh, come. Just don't try and suck me in.
Say that again.
What, suck me in?
Fantastic, fantastic.
I've got to come. Bye.
Bye.
Alex!
Coming.
Your English is...
Good.
Yes.
You look a bit disappointed. It will make your job easier if I were poor, naive, oppressed.
You don't look like the average courier. You're not poor. You're not naive, so why?
They asked me to do it. I took the risk.
You risked your life. Condoms burst, stomachs full with white powder, people die.
Don't patronize me, please. I was aware of the risk. I did it. That's all. I don't want you to.
What? Don't want me to what?
Say nothing. In court. Just let them sentence me.
You mind about this one, don't you?
The whole thing stinks looking at women like that for years and years while the fat cats stay clear of it all.
Is the co-defendant a fat cat?
Friday, I think, is a lot fatter than some would like to say.
Some meaning Rose.
Sam meaning Rose.
It would be a touch inconvenient, Billy, if you were to manufacture a conflict between your client and Rose's.
I wouldn't manufacture anything.
Because you have one client each. So conflicts are not a problem. Even barristers who live together are presumed to have separate professional heads. I represent both. And I get paid for representing both.
And you've only got one professional head.
You see my problem. And I'm sure you won't want to make it any more of a problem.
David Friday.
What about him?
He and I are old friends. 3 trials, big drugs. 3 not guilty.
Innocent every time.
Of course.
Fridge, help yourself.
Thanks, Mum.
Is Helen coming?
Yeah.
God.
Opener?
Top of the fridge. Fridge, help yourself.
Thanks, Mum.
Hello? Oh, hi, Rose. No, I'm still with my client. Yeah. Okay, bye.
What? Drink?
No, I'm good.
Get home? No. Drink. On me, I insist. People call me stuff, Billy. Mover, fixer. I've stopped listening. I'll tell you why. I'm everyone.
What?
We're all the same. We're all out there being boys.
Boys?
Apart from housewives, we're all boys. And all boys have a front, and all boys have an underneath. And the front is a smile, and the underneath is the truth. What you really are.
Right.
Look at the top. Look at TB and the gleaming cherie. Never seen teeth like it, have you? It's like a whole TV channel, their teeth. And such a nice man out front with his teeth and his smiles and his headers with Kevin Keegan, but he closes the door just like everyone else. He has his long half times with the cups of tea flying and no fucking smiling and the telly turned off. TB, you, me, we're all the same, Billy. We're all boys. And we've all got front and we've all got underneath. Truth.
Apart from housewives.
Tell you what, though, kids. It's the only chance you get to be a bit... to not.
To not?
Yeah.
To not?
Be a boy.
To be a girl, in fact.
I'd go with her. I ain't afraid of that. And my boy Rory, he'd call me a dick if you want, but I am.
A girl?
Yeah.
You're a dick and a girl. I'm also going to say that.
Have you? Have you, Billy?
Come on, we gotta go. Rose and Billy's.
I like your hair.
Oh, thank you. I like your hair too, Tom.
Look, why don't you, and then I'll... No.
What?
No,
What?
nothing.
What, Tom?
You go on. I'll see you there.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm being a bit...
I bet, but it's okay. It's fine.
I'll see you there. I'll be less... when I'm there.
You don't want to arrive with me?
It's just...
I don't suppose everyone's favourite solicitor will be quite so coy. Come here. I'm sorry.
Hair. Jesus.
Good con?
Yeah, ran on a bit,
She was innocent and vulnerable. It was difficult to get away.
if you like.
Innocent, vulnerable and exploited, but with perfect English and a university education.
I think my £1.50 is looking a very good bet.
Thank you, Wendy.
Yes, actually. Exploited. But she won't tell me how she's been exploited.
Which is frustrating for you. Because you're pretty keen to find the big victim.
What?
Well, maybe she's not exploited. Maybe you're just looking for it because you want to feel upset on someone else's behalf. Martha's here. She's with him.
Too much.
Meaning?
We should be with him more.
Spending less time with likes of Miss Gomez.
What's your bloke saying? What's your story?
Not now, Billy.
Why not? We're not looking after Daniel. We may as well work.
We're moving the drugs from you to the next man. We're nowhere in the hierarchy, bottom run of the ladder.
No, that's me, Rose. That's my run.
Yeah, well, we probably shouldn't talk about this just now.
We'd do it at court if we weren't living together, but we are, so we may as well do it over gin and tonic. What? What? Let's do it, Rose. Let's do the whole number.
What number?
Let's shut the hell up with cutting each other's throats and get in there and shout and scream that 14 years is a ridiculous tariff for the likes of Laura Gomez, and deterrence is a bollocks argument, because on the whole, your average coffee morning in Bogota isn't paying much attention to his honour Judge Pomp and Bloody Circumstance in the Leeds Crown Court.
What are you on about, Billy? Are you mad? Do you seriously think a judge is going to sit there and listen to that pile of student politics and say, actually, you persuaded me to ignore precedent completely. I'm happy to ditch the sentencing policy, put out of my mind totally the will of Parliament, and I'm going to give a drugs mule a spot of community service.
Sandwich? How long's it going to be? 5 minutes, 10?
That's a true story.
To Daniel.
Ah, to Daniel.
I'd legalise the lot, you know. Class A, everything.
So would I, if I didn't think it'd put us out of work. 50% of crime drugs-related.
Easily.
Nearly every non-domestic murder in Leeds.
Remember South Africa? I remember not so very long ago throwing eggs at the South African ambassador and swearing never to buy South African goods as long as apartheid existed, remember? I'm not paying money to support racists.
And Chilean wine. No thanks, Mr. Pinochet.
But we're all delighted to shove as much coke up our noses as we possibly can. Supplied by vicious fuckers from Colombia who ram coke-filled condoms down the throats of hopeless women so that they can maybe die, maybe spend 14 years in an English prison, or at best make it through for the payment of about $100, which is probably less than each of us can spend in one night snorting. What's the difference? Who can tell me? Pinochet, de Klerk, vicious drug barons.
When I was 15, Billy, I had a friend, George Worth. He died.
Bad heroin. I was there. I saw him die. Probably wouldn't have happened if it had been legal, because heroin wouldn't have been so de rigueur, and even if he had taken it, it wouldn't have been crap and lethal. 15 years old.
You've told that story before.
What?
And once again, look. Not a dry eye in the house. Everyone oh so moved. You are moving, Alex. To yourself.
Helen?
No, it's a lie. I mean, not the story, its use. You tell it so you can become someone we ought to love. Well, I'm not sure you deserve that.
A little bitter, Helen?
No, I think that if you...
Yes, Tom?
What?
What does that mean?
What does what mean?
Touch on the arm. Hush, dear.
Alex.
Rose?
That's right, Alex.
You and Tom?
Me and Tom.
Touch on the arm. Little possessory gesture from rebound man to bitter woman.
Alex.
Yes, Tom.
You all right? I'm sorry. Sorry.
Sorry?
It demeans you. It makes me angry with him.
It was
Terrible evening.
really terrible. What's happening? I'm not very sure.
No.
Did you, at dinner, did you say Tom and me because Alex was there, or because it might be true?
Because it might be true.
I had a silk lined up for him.
The silk doing a cottaging case?
He's a friend.
The silk?
The cottager.
Friend or friend?
Friend. Ex-friend, friend. And the silk pulled out. The trial starts this morning.
Who do you want?
Anyone who...
Who do you want?
Tom Mitford?
Mr. Mitford, change your plan. You're going cottaging.
Breakfast meetings with the list officers, Peter.
He was having his back scratched. You're bright and early, miss.
I wanted a word about Billy.
Duress, where one party threatens the second party and that second party believes the threat to be real and that they or a member of their family would be killed or seriously injured if they don't...
Stop it!
It's what they do, isn't it? The big boys back home.
Stop shouting at me.
I think that's you, Laura. Duress. It's the only thing that makes sense. And I also think you're not telling me about it because you're scared. The co-defendant sits next to you in the dock and hears me say on your behalf that you've been squeezed hard and he'll send word back to the squeezers.
Who's he?
Hussein Ali, pupil, big legal brain.
Where's Stevie? Isn't the solicitor supposed to be here when you talk to me?
Just tell me, Laura. I won't use it if you don't want me to. If you're scared. But tell me and I can help you evaluate things, that's all. Maybe there's something we can do that you don't know about. How old is she? 2? 3?
Could we have a word?
I don't want you talking to her without me. And she doesn't need more talking to. She's an intelligent woman, Billy. She's making her own choices.
Is she?
Yes.
The co-defendant, David Friday, I should think amongst the 20 or so Colombian women in here, one or two of them know him. Find them, talk to them, get statements.
That's not what Stevie was...
No, it's not. Sure.
Well, he's just lost it. He's more uptight than he knows about his own trial, and... Look, I'm only telling you this because I think if he does this Gomez case, he'll have a big pointless fight with the judge. He'll get his client more time inside than
If someone more balanced were doing it. All right, go away. What? It's not morning yet. Piss off. Or is it that you prefer someone softer? Someone a bit less fierce than the father of your child trying to cut your throat?
Morning. Night, sir. Top night, Rose, last night.
Just the man.
What?
I want to place a bet. 3 grand says Rose gets the lighter sentence.
Fine, good. I've got the same on Billy. Between you and me, don't tell Billy you're betting against him.
You are him.
Sorry?
You are Billy. Laura Gomez, condom lady, she's all yours. My money says Rose creams you on sentence.
Rose.
Why am I saying yes to the Rose request? Because I love and respect her greatly? Maybe. Because I care about Billy? Maybe. Because I give a fuck about the condom Doris from Bogota? No. Because, bottom line, Stevie Good must not get the ump, because solicitors with the umps sit down on the cash flow, and the cash flow is the raisin fucking dirt trot of Clarkin. End of lesson. Cup of tea, please. Morning, Bob.
drugs case. It's up tomorrow.
Leave it with me, miss.
Don't make it look when you tell Billy.
The man at the next urinal looked down at me and carried on looking down at me.
And was he wearing a stuck-on handlebar moustache? And was the stuck-on handlebar from the dressing-up box at the local Nick, which was put together by a plod who read Armistead Mopan once upon a time?
I've done this before.
And Mr. Handlebar has disappeared off the face of the earth with his village people costume, leaving you with the mighty hand of the law feeling your collar.
Rather than other parts of me.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
He needs it over with.
He meaning Billy Guthrie, it meaning his trial for punching Leo Wilson QC? Because it's playing on his nerves and dominating his otherwise perfect life?
That kind of thing.
Just like all my defendants.
But all your defendants don't have me on this side. Leo Wilson. He's prosecuting your friend, which is something I wouldn't want for any friend of mine. Now, if Billy's trial is listed for tomorrow all of a sudden, then the biggest bastard prosecutor in town is no longer available to prosecute Chummy over there.
Because he's the main prosecution witness in Billy's trial. Pass me the loofah.
Loofah?
Back scratcher, Peter.
The hole that we've drilled in the wall of the caretaker's unit gives a good view of the whole toilet area.
And where was the defendant?
At the urinal closest to us.
What was he doing?
He was looking at the man at the next urinal and masturbating at the same time.
Are you sure?
Sure.
My observations provided a good, clear, and unobstructed view of the subject and his penis.
Those are my notes.
I am sorry. I'm reading from your colleague's notebook. Oh, look. You're right. They're exactly the same. Now, there's a thing. The penis. Tell us about it.
It appeared to be erect, sir.
Appeared to be?
That's how it seemed.
Seemed?
Was.
Appeared, seemed, was. Which?
Was.
And yet you put appeared in your notebook.
I always put appeared. Something I always put.
Are you a philosopher, officer? Do I appear to be questioning you?
Yes. No. You are.
And if you were writing up your notes of what is happening here in court, you wouldn't put, he appeared to be questioning me.
Is that a question?
Do you know, officer, I'm not sure that it is. Is it a question, or is it more of an incredulous remark?
Mr. Mitford, cross-examination now, speeches later.
When's Laura Gomez in?
Tomorrow.
Have you get the notices of additional evidence for me yet?
You're not doing it, sir.
What? Oh, no. No, you're not doing this. That is my trial, and that woman needs it to be me who does it. We've got a relationship. I'm building stuff. You can't fuck around with people like her. She's too fucked around already. It's not on.
You're otherwise engaged.
What?
Tomorrow, sir, your trial. Queen versus Billy Guthrie.
All right, shit. Right. Sorry.
My observations provided me with a good, clear and unobstructed view of the subject and his penis.
Were you and PC Werner both looking through the peephole at the same time?
No, sir. That would not be a feasible proposition.
Were you swapping over every few seconds? My go, your go, my go, your go?
I don't believe we would have done that, sir.
Am I correct in thinking that toilet duty is always volunteered for?
That's correct.
Length of penis. Angle of penis. Let's make it easier. 5 inches? 6 inches? 7 or 8? You can phone a friend.
What?
Or ask the audience.
I'd say about average.
Final answer?
We take it right to the wire, Billy. This isn't the wire. Tomorrow, 10:29, door of the court. That's the wire.
Who's prosecuting?
Stephen Dare.
Well, let's phone him. Let's find out what he's thinking.
No. Wilson has got to be left to stew. We stay silent. We offer nothing. Trust me, Billy.
But he's vindictive shit. He's just the type to go through with it, and he's not stupid. He knows we don't have a real defence.
Why don't you go home, Billy? Be with Daniel. It'll help.
Hello?
Hello?
What do you want to say to me, Billy? The offer stands, Billy. Right up to the big deadline. Come and work for me. Wilson drops it. Have a lot of patience, Billy. But justice don't wait. Tick fucking tock, eh, Bill? Counting down the hours.
Who's that?
Just the list office. Give me the time for tomorrow.
Right. This is more difficult than we thought it would be.
What, the trial?
The whole thing. Working together, being awake half the night together.
It's fine.
No, Billy. It's all right. You can admit it. Doesn't diminish us to admit that it's hard.
Anyway, if I lose the trial, problem solved, eh? Become a housewife overnight. The world doesn't like lawyers. I'm not going to look like one.
No, judges like men in suits.
think?
Yeah, men in suits don't hit other men in suits unless there's a very good reason.
Do you think?
Come here. Be yourself.
Go in your pairs, look at the urinals, and remember the evidence you heard in court. Go into the caretaker's unit, look through the peephole, and remember above all, not to discuss this case while we're here with each other or anyone else.
First time,
Yes, actually.
I could do with a pee, actually.
I'll,
No, it's fine. Pop in there. Length? No? Clear and unobstructed view of the penis? End of story, I should say.
Let me guess. A representative of Mr. Drugsbound comes to see you and says you don't look the type. How about it?
He's keen on his mules not looking the type on account of the clearing immigration with precious cargo thing.
You're strong. Your answer is no. Back comes the drug rep the next day, and once again he says, how about it? Only this time there's something else. If you say no, I'll kill your child.
The other one told you.
Other one?
Barrister.
Billy, yes.
I'm pleading guilty. I don't want you to say anything. Please.
Because if I do, Mr. Drugs will have your daughter killed.
Please.
I'll see you upstairs.
I'm sure you're going to play this nice and quiet.
Nice and quiet. You know me.
I'm glad it's Martin, the judge.
It's not.
What? Why?
I asked them to give us a different judge.
What? When?
This morning.
Why?
Nobody knows this, Billy. He and I, we're...
What, you and he?
Yes. So I thought...
Right, proper conduct.
Yeah.
Bloody hell, Wendy.
David Friday.
I'm here to support Billy, sir.
Rose's tasty client. Well connected. Somewhere decent in the drugs hierarchy. Friends with lots and lots of Stevie's other very tasty clients, or am I getting ahead of myself?
How would I know?
You made her into my girlfriend, Peter.
Which, as I remember, wasn't too much of an effort for you.
A two-line whip, you and Stevie, and it says, don't rock the boat on behalf of poor Laura Gomez if it's going to upset Friday, because Friday's a man of significance. Someone who knows men of serious significance. Right or wrong, Peter?
I'm going to wish your best friend good luck.
I can't not fight my corner. It's what I do. I fight. And I've got £3 on it. She's been done over in the worst possible way.
What am I supposed to do about it, Alex?
It's her child they're threatening.
She's not my client, she's yours. I've got my own client, and I'll do the best by him as you'll do the best by Miss Gomez.
It's not just.
It's the system. How's Billy?
Terrible. He looks just terrible.
What are you smirking at?
Our prosecutor.
Time?
10:22.
And happiness is overrated anyway.
What?
Our chamber's without you in it.
Happier but less interesting.
Yes. We should.
Yes, we should. I've just got to... Could you,
$10.27. We're all going to the wire. It's all down to who can hold their nerve.
Where are you going?
There's something I always do before a big case.
What?
Apply big, loud, very red lipstick.
Good luck, mate. You'll be fine.
Hey, you bet on me against Rose. Now you are me. My best friend pretending to be me versus the love of my life.
Who'd you fancy?
Alex. These might help.
What are they?
Witness statements of some of the women who know Rose's client. Use them if you're big enough to upset Stevie. I fancy you.
I fancy you too.
Hello, Billy.
I can't. It's too much what you're asking.
Are you coming here to have a piss or not?
Can't come to work for you.
Someone told me something recently. And it sounds right from where I'm standing. But I'd love to know for sure.
What?
When did Susan Judge Martin an item? Let's make it easy for you, Billy. If my someone is right about the something, and you turn around now and wash your hands, no words, that'll do me.
How do I look?
Great. You look really great.
You haven't dried your hands?
Oh. Sorry. Sorry.
My client has no previous. There's
Dinner.
nothing in his phone book, address book, or
Tonight.
records
Mine.
of his mobile
Great.
phone to suggest he's anything other than a runner. Perhaps it's worth noting that the co-defendant, Miss Gomez, is bilingual and educated, hardly a typical drugs mule. Everything points to my client being low on the hierarchy, and I'd ask Your Honor to reflect this in your sentencing. Those are my submissions.
Mr. Hay?
My learned friend is very noisy on the issue of which of us is the smaller player. Rather than adding to all the noise myself, I'm entirely happy to rely on Your Honour's sound judgment and on the Crown in deciding this issue.
Miss Image?
The Crown is of the view that it is possible to differentiate us between these two defendants and their roles. The Crown's view, which we have reached by a route I don't feel able for reasons of tact and decorum to outline in open court, is that Miss Gomez is only a mule. Nothing more. Miss Fitzgerald's client is somewhere above her in the pecking order.
Six years out in 4. Brilliant result. Brilliant.
Maybe you're not such a boy's brief after all. Lucky, though.
Your Honour, something has happened in this case. Something which changes its complexion completely. The main prosecution witness, Leo Wilson, QC, has come to the view that he no longer wishes to give evidence incriminating the defendant. In those circumstances, we do not feel we should attempt to proceed against Mr. Guthrie. The Crown will offer no evidence.
I direct that a verdict of not guilty be entered, Mr. Guthrie. You're free to go.
We held our nerve. We held our bloody nerve.
Yeah.
Should have had him in the court with you. Yeah, why not? See his daddy nearly go down. It's a problem tonight.
Is it a problem that might go away sometime in the future?
Maybe. Maybe not.
Ron's dead. He's had his last crack. Fish him out, Bob. And Bob, do it right. I mean, not the toilet. Don't flush him away. I don't want to meet dead Ron in the sea in Marbella in August.
Where shall I put him?
Bury him, Bob. Bury Big Ron.
Hello, bastard.
Hello, lovely.
How did you get Miss Shiny to back your woman against my lovely Blake?
Shagged her in the toilets.
Very funny, very funny. Oh my God, you really are.
I really am.
What are you thinking?
Wilson dropped it a bit easily.
What do you mean?
He's a wanker, Marlowe, but he taught me everything I know.
What would you have done if you were him?
I'd have made us pay for Wilson dropping it against Billy. And we haven't paid. Night, sir. Sleep well.
Rose.
Big Ron. Who's my raison d'etre.
Dead and buried.
Yeah.
Breaks your heart. Thing like that.